Next item is this little tray. I cleaned it out. It came out really nice. I think because of what it is, I'm just gonna leave it as is and sell it as is. I am gonna tie like the other one. I'm just gonna go ahead and tie a bow around it. Make this very simple. I'm just gonna use my raffia, and I'm just gonna tie a bow. I took the raffia, cut it in half. I'm just going to tie like a little bow around this because I want this just to sell by itself. I am going to display some items in them, and I'll show you what they are in a second. But I think just that, it looks rustic. Again, you got to give it the floral haircut, and that's how I'm going to display this. But I am going to put items in there, and let me show you how simple these items are. Okay, so this idea, I've seen other people do it, and what you do is you just make these cute little wraps with a couple of flowers and some greenery, and let me show you what I did. I've had these bags for a very long time, and I decided, well, how cool is that to just use some of this paper to make some of these little flower bundles, just to have something extra colorful, and just sell these for a couple of dollars, and there you have it. So what you do is you just take a couple of stems of your flowers, cut a piece of the fall flowers, and put your stems together, and I just use a piece of raffia. I cut this bag just into like a little rectangular more than anything else, and then I'm just gonna go ahead. Oh, you can't really see. Let me push my phone a little bit. I'm sorry about that. And the glue gun's in the way, and the junk. So, what you do is you just center your flowers there, and we used to wrap flowers at the flower shop all the time. And what I did, put it over, fold this a little bit on top. We have a little fold right there, and then just come back around. Now, it's not going to look cute when you first do it, but then grab your package and just center it. See what it did? And then take some of your raffia and make yourself, you can go around once or twice with it, tighten it up, make a knot, and make a bow, and then cut the excess. So here you have some cute little packages. I have this beautiful paper, and then let me show you my idea, my vision that I had when I first purchased this little tray. Is I'm just gonna go ahead and set my flowers inside of this so it looks like a little flower shop or a little garden that you can pick. I'm not going to do too many of these. I thought about 4 or 5, maybe even 6, and just put them in here, and then put a price on this, and then a little stick with a little price on it for the little flowers. Here's another idea from something I picked up today. So the next item that I got today was this cute little basket. I don't know, I'm totally in love with this basket. I love how it's different, and it just looks like it's been through some epic time, but then again, it's usable still. So for this, I wanted to make this very simple, and I'm going to show you how. Now, I thought about using ribbon, but this little basket is screaming raffia. So I'm going to grab my raffia, and these projects are not taking me long at all to make, and they're super fun. Also, I'm going to use some raffia, and then at my Dollar Tree today, they had these cute little berries. I thought, how cute would this be to just add to my raffia bowl, because I want this to be simple, but I want it to be also where they can take it apart if they need to and use it somewhere else. It could go on a table. You can hang this on a wall. Well, if I do it like this, you can't. But you know what I'm saying. Simple, simple. So I'm going to grab some of this raffia. And I am going to make, what is this? White paper. Okay. So I want this bow to be a little thick. I don't want it to be too much, but I want it to be like I just went into and just made. Oh. Okay. You don't need a piece of foam for this. This is so simple. It's almost crazy. So if you have things like this in your home, think about how you can use something and make it something else. So I want to put that bow in this corner. So I'm going to put half of my raffia here. I don't want to weave it. It could be weaved through, but I don't want to do that. And then put through here. And then I'm just going to tie it. Gonna make a bow. Simple, right? Very. Make it super tight, and then you can pull on it again if you need to. Now, again, the florist haircut. There's this like that. Look how cute it is already. Totally gave it a new character, like a new life. And then, guys, this is so simple. And then I'm just going to go ahead and take some of these berries off of this pick, because you should be able to. Okay. I grabbed 4. And then I'm just going to place them inside here. And I'm going to grab 3 because it's going to be 4 on one side and 3 on the other. I don't know why. It's just the way I like it. And now they're coming apart. So now they all came apart. So you can make it like a different level. Make sure you retwist this together. Now I can cut it a little bit too. I'm going to cut the other one. And just slide it into your bow. Like so. I have a little crazy piece here. Okay. Alright, and there it is. Another project done. Now, if you want to, you can maybe put a little moss at the bottom and do something else in here if you wanted to. That is entirely up to you, but I think I'm just going to leave it. But you know me, I cannot leave it. I got to do something at the bottom. And I just got the idea. But hold on. So I'm just going to go ahead and grab a little bit of moss. And I know you cannot see, but at the bottom I'm going to add a little, just like that. And then I hope I have some. I do. At the Dollar Tree, they sell these little pumpkin on a little clamp. I'm going to take, just add my cutter. There. I know I couldn't help myself. Now that would be pretty with some leaves here too, but I'm just going to go ahead and grab this and attach my pumpkin to it in the center here. See how that looks right there? And I will show you this in a second. And then I'm going to show you. Just like that, I went ahead and put the pumpkin at the bottom. I think it just gives it color. I love it. It gives it that extra little hoop that it needed. So now it just looks like a little eggy pumpkin, but super cute, right? I love this. So on to the next. So for the smaller wreaths, it is super simple. I went to Walmart and I purchased these little picks. They're $1.34, but it comes with some greenery, a fall leaf, some of this dry raffia, a little pumpkin, and I thought this is all I will need to do this wreath right here. I'm going to take it apart and just use a little bit of things on both sides. These foam things are not my favorite usually because, you know, they'll come apart. But we're going to go ahead and actually, it just pulled right out. So I have my little pair of pliers here, and I'm just going to go ahead and start adding to my wreath. Now I kind of want it one side, so I'm going to do one side and then the other wreath the other side, in case we hang him up on a shutter or whatever, then they'll be, you know, each side matching. So this is what happens when you don't have your overhead, but I'm getting it, so I'm going to go ahead and take the entire thing just came apart. Look at that. So super easy. I have my glue gun plugged in and I bought some glue stick from the dollar store, and then I'm going to go ahead and take the other one apart. Okay, there was a brief interruption there. So my glue gun is getting hot, and then I'm separating the second one because I'm going to do the 6-inch one for right now, and then I'll use the other stuff, you'll see. So I'm putting them side by side because one I'm going to do on the left side and one I'm going to do on the right side. These little pig from the from Walmart, they come out so easy. Now this raffia looks like it's attached, but it's not. There it goes. Okay, so now I'm just gonna go ahead, and I don't like the fact that I don't have my overhead, but you will see. So I went ahead and cut some of the stem, and I'm just gonna hang this one on its side right there, and I'm using my little pliers here, easy cut, and then you just add some hot glue. Then we're just gonna put one on there, and I'm putting it facing down. Sometimes what you want to do is you stick it in between your wreaths, your vines. Then I'm going to do the other side. So you're making 2 wreaths at one time here, and then you're going to mimic what you're doing on the other side. So some glue, mimic what you're doing on the other side, and you kind of want to do it at the same spot. Super easy. All right, so now I'm going to take a peek at this. I'm just gonna kind of want to put it on there to see what it would look like. Like, if you really want to take these apart, you can actually bend them a little bit, remove some of the bubble things, the little foam balls, and you can actually cut part of it. That's kind of what I want to do here. Goes such a long way for $1.37. And then I'm going to go ahead and attach it going down, but I'm going to cut it first. Put some glue on there. Oh, I almost put my finger on the hot spot. That would have not been fun. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. There we go. Okay. And cut it. You want these to stay because you don't want to sell these to your customers and they fall apart. That's why I'm using hot glue, because to me it will stay then. I can almost guarantee. Okay, so I'm going to show you what they look like so far. Okay, so now you kind of want to make it even on both sides. So if you do have some greenery sticking around, like some extra, that's not it. I thought I bought some. I'm going to go ahead and use some of these leaves, and I'm actually going to add an orange one. Well, actually, I'm going to pull these two off. So here I have a red and an orange. I don't know which one I want to use. I think I'm going to use the orange or the yellow. I'm going to use, this one looks more orange. I'm going to use the red one. And I'm going to mimic something at the top here to kind of like bring my wreath up a little bit. Like I said before, this will make it look a little bit bigger. And if it's too hot because it's too hot, just use your pliers to make sure it sticks to your These little glue sticks from the dollar store work amazingly. I mean, they're so inexpensive. You get a big bag of them. What a great deal. Okay, and then I'm going to use this one for the other side. Oops. Okay, 3 is a charm here. There we go. See how I'm mimicking each side? Okay. So now I want to add some more of these things on this side. You know, just work with it a little bit and see where you're at. I don't know if I'm going to reuse these. I know I'm going to use the pumpkin. So I don't know if I'm going to use all of this right now. So I'm just kind of working it as I go. These did come with the oopsies. I'll have to edit that out. Were you dizzy? Took you for a little ride. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and cut these off. Save your stems because you might be able to use this at one point. So you want to put these on one side with the one wreath, and then do the same for the other side. And put them on the other side. So you kind of want to put them at the same spot. I think I want to put one here. These glue sticks. There we go. And now what I want to do is I want to put one on the bottom here so it goes around a little bit. So. Just remember, what you do on one side, you mimic on the other side. Especially when you want to make these for shutters, or you know, even if you don't sell them with the shutters, you might want to separate the prices. But if you put them on a shutter, I would include it in the price with the shutters. Definitely would do that. So look how beautiful these are. They're small, but they're very cute. Okay, so before I go any further than this, I want to add my ribbon. before I even add my pumpkin, I want to go ahead and add my ribbon to this. I think what I want to use is I have this cute checkered orange and looks like ivory or cream ribbon, and I'm going to make a bow on each side. So how I make a bow is I leave a tail, and I'm just going to twist, make a center with my thumb. So I took my ribbon, I twisted it, I do a circle with my thumb, and then I twist again on the other side, and then I start making my loop. This ribbon is not cooperating. I think I'm going to do 4 loops on each side. And I'm going to, yeah, and then I'm going to do a double stem here. You'll see why. And I'm going to use one of the stems that I had for my wires here. Okay, that's not going to work. Okay. Oh, there it is. So I have my little box. I showed you this before. I do have some wire in here that I can use. I'm going to open it up. And I'm actually going to pull one of the wires off of these sticks here. To make my bow. So now, because I messed up the bow and I know how much ribbon I have, this will be easy to make my other bow. Right there. Ta-da! That way I'll have my ribbon to make my second bow. So this is the bow that I'm going to remake because it just fell apart. Because I'm doing it on camera, that's why. And I'm just going to take my ribbon at the bottom here. And then I'm going to take the wire, put it through if I can, and tie my bow. So I want all of my, in this case, you just want to fluff up your bow. And you want all of your tails to be pointing down. So I'm going to have to use this one here. And then just fix your just take your time making these bows. I know that's a big thing. The bows are not always fun to make. And I'm going to go ahead and glue that right there. And I'll show you in a second. Look how pretty that is already. And then my pumpkin is going to go right there. And then we'll see if we need more greenery, or because we still have that one piece of greenery. So pumpkin's going to go right there. Yes, I think it needs a piece of greenery going up like this at the top. So I'm going to go ahead and include that. And then I'm going to add some hot glue to my pumpkin. And I'm going to insert it into the wreath. Oh, that is so cute. Look how cute that is. And that's one side. Now you can take the same ribbon and do a topper where you're going to attach it to your... Now if you feel that it needs more of these little foam things, you can go ahead and cut these apart. You know, just fill it in as much as you want to and what you like, or what you're comfortable with. And cut 2 of those. I'll do 2 more. I think I need some at the top here. And then you just fill it in wherever you want to. This is where you could decide to, if you want to add that little piece of raffia in there. This is where you can decide, you know, do I want to add that to it? I think that would look really nice. So I think I am going to add this piece of raffia to this. It is on a wire, so you're going to need to tighten it up. It looks like, am I tightening it up or? Yes, I am. Take your pliers. Make sure that it's tight so it doesn't want to unravel. Here it is right there. I'm going to add some glue to the whole entire thing. Like so. And I'm going to add it behind. Right underneath the pumpkin there too. Look how stinking cute that is. So now, I usually like to do the same thing on each side at the same time, but I got carried away. So I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing over here. So I had that there, I added that. Then this I had it after, so now I need to put my bow down. So I'm going to do another bow. I usually have wire for tying my bows. And I don't want to use a pipe cleaner because I'm not liking that look right now. So I'm going to go ahead and leave a tail and make a second bow. Oh, I forgot I had that tail. Then I have the tail here. Then I'm going to use my wire and tie my bow. And cut this tail. And you just twist that around. Make sure that that's a tight wire there. You don't want it to fall apart. What I do is I like to cut my wire and I like to bend it. Bend it upon itself. So when I glue, it glues right there. It won't fall apart then. Glue. Beautiful. And I'm going to take the same pumpkin here, but then I think I took this other piece and I added to it just to add more dimensions. I'm going to add the second piece of grass to the top, going the opposite way. Then I took my pumpkin and I cut it. When you do them at the same time, then you don't question yourself. It's all done the same way. And I'm going to add that, and I'm pushing this right into the wreath itself. There we go. And then I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go ahead and add some more of these little bubble foam things to this side. Kind of like it. Like that look right now. Right in here. You want to make sure one piece is big. Then of course the piece of raffia. Again, grab your pliers and make sure that that wire is really tight around that raffia. You don't want it to come apart. Then you can cut it. One of the raffia is bigger than the other one, so you can always cut it down a little bit. But oh, these came out so cute. So we have the one side and the other side. Those came out so cute, simple and cute. Definitely you could charge, you have $2. You can actually charge $12 for the pair, or $6 each. I think that's a fair price, or $6.95. But I think they came out really cute. But because you're putting them on your, if you're selling them individually, perfect. But if you are putting them on the shutters, or if you're putting them in the windows or something matching, you will see. I will take a picture of this and show you the result. Okay, so now I only have this much ribbon left, so I'm going to measure it to match, cut it in half, and I'm actually going to use it at the top. And I'm going to just tie it in a simple knot. No. I'm actually going to go like this, and when I put it on the shutters, I will put it in the back. Look how stinking cute these are. They came out so cute. Oops. I think this raffia is a little bit more spread out than the other one. You can fix these as you go. So we have the two small wreaths made up. Now we're going to do two big wreaths. So the ribbon for one and the ribbon for the other, and then I'll take a picture of what those look like on the shutters. All right. Should we go to the wreath? Or yeah, since we're doing wreaths, we're going to go ahead and do wreaths. Now you can sell these at a craft fair. You can sell them individually. Like I said, this would look cute if you want to make a candle ring, and I will show you how to do that too. But right now we're just going to do the same thing, but we're going to extend to the bigger wreaths in this case. So and again, I have this time a white pumpkin. But I think I want to use the orange sunflower instead. Very simple, once again. You want to make them the same color. So in this case, I think I want my flower to be more at the bottom of the wreath. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to take the whole thing down. And in this case, you can almost do it by it like this and then add to it. I got to decide what I want to do. Okay, so this is going to be another simple wreath because what I decided to do is I'm going to go ahead and just put the whole thing on one side like this. And then I'm going to come back with some of these leaves and I'm going to add a little bit here and there and just make a little arrangement out of them. So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to take this pick and we're going to add glue to the entire thing. And then we're going to put it the one flower on the left side and the one flower on the right side. You're just going to add a dab of glue to the entire thing. And you're going to use your wreath and you're going to insert it in between the vines. Ooh, it's hot. Okay, and then you can fix your flowers as you go here. So all of you can push your sunflower in, and I love how the leaves are just doing their own thing here. You can glue those down if you want to. I'm just going to let them go like this right now. Look how pretty that is already. It's simple, very simple. And then you're going to do the other, wreath. The other pick. And they have the Christmas ones, so you could do the Christmas ones the same way as we're doing these right now. And you kind of want to put it at the same spot. If you don't get there, then you can take it out before your glue dries. Just remember, it's our glue. There we go. Then you want to fix your pick, because you have a stem of these. It looks like grass. I can get it. And then some greenery. You want to push that all the way down. Push it all the way down. And then push on your sunflower. And then, yeah, oh, this one is... Okay. All right, so we fix those. Now I want to do some more of these leaves. So I'm going to cut 2 red ones on one stem here, and I got to look for the same ones, and 2 stems here. Where I'm going to be placing those is right here underneath where the stem is. See that? The stem is right here. You can barely see it because it's brown, but I'm going to go ahead and add some of this here. So I'm going to put it on the stem and add it to the bottom. So it kind of covers the stem a little bit. Yes, working. Then the other side. and let that dry for a few minutes here before we make a different plan. So I really want to add a bow right here, and then I'll add a little bit more of this greenery or whatever I can add over here. So I'm going to add a nice bow here, and I got to figure out which ribbon do I want to use. So I have ribbon that I've had for a while. I don't want to add too big of a bow, but I really love this green right here. I love this green ribbon right here that's all falling apart on me. And I also have this ribbon that I got, I believe, at the dollar store. I don't know. I might have gotten this at the dollar store. But I have, and then I have this beautiful green ribbon. I think I got this probably in one of those yard sales when I bought boxes of ribbon. So I want to mix the two together. So how I'm going to do that? So I'm going to go ahead and make a simple bow with this, looks like, what do you call it, burlap, but it's not. Make sure that you cut your ribbon at an angle. Makes it pretty. Then make sure you have wires ready. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and do a simple bow, twist, and you'll see where I'm going to add my other ribbon. Okay, so now I have my 3 loops, but then I want to integrate some of this green. I just love this green. Should I mix it? You know what I'm going to do, guys? I know I keep changing my mind today, but I'm going to go ahead and do both at one time. Twist. I think that will look really pretty together. You'll see when I mix it. You'll see what I am doing. I don't know, I just love this green ribbon. That's 2 loops. And I'm just putting this ribbon in the middle as I'm making a bow. And the 3rd bow. Okay, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut my leaf ribbon, but I'm going to keep this ribbon and make a couple of loops out of it. I don't know, I just love doing that. Okay, I'm going to cut it. Then I'm going to use my wire. I dropped it when I was cutting it. Where'd I put it? I have my glasses on, but you think I'm blind as a bat right now. Where did it go? Oh, right here. So I'm going to use my wire, put it in. That's not the wire. It's not long enough. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm going to do what I don't like to do. I'm going to use a piece of chenille stem, because I can't hold this forever. So I'm just going to use a little piece of chenille stem here. Don't particularly like using that for my bows, but when you can't find your wire, and again, you could do the same thing with the chenille stem, is you make sure it's tight. But look how pretty that came out. Now I got to decide if I like it. Do you guys like that? I think it's pretty because we're mixing. I think it came out really nice. I think that looks good. So go ahead and pull all of your stems in the front, your tails, facing down, and then you can separate your green ribbon from your leaf ribbon. And it just looks like a bigger bow. If it's twisted, just untwist it. It's not a big deal. And then you can cut your chenille stem. Make sure that it's tight enough. Oh, I'm gonna tighten it. Okay. I'm gonna use my scissors. And I'm gonna bend it so I can put the glue on there. And I'm gonna glue that right underneath there. Having some florals in your at your craft fair, it just brings color to your craft table. It just shows them how talented you are because you're doing so many things. And like I said, it's not just about paper craft or, you know, but it's bringing different things to your table, like candles and things like that. Wait when you see this, guys. Look how beautiful that looks. It's just $1.34 stem, a couple of orange leaf from another one, and I just left it there, and look how beautiful that is. This is without the bow, this is with the bow. And now you can just put a little ribbon, and I think I'm going to use the green one at the top. And I always like to cut two of the same length. Okay. So that way they'll be able to hang at the same height. Okay, put that aside. So now what I'm going to do, look how cute that is. So simple. I'm going to show you something. Be careful when you're buying your flowers. I do have a boo-boo here where the middle is coming out, but I'm going to do a exchange. When I go to Walmart, I'm going to show them my flower, and then I'll exchange it for a different flower because I can't not sell that. That's not, I cannot do that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the rest of my ribbon and make another bow, and I'll show you what it looks like. So I went ahead and completed my second bow here. I just love these two colors together. Came out so pretty. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull everything down though. And I'm going to go ahead and again cut my chenille. It's super tight. It's not going anywhere. I'm going to fold it again and then add some glue. Love the way this looks. Always make sure that your pattern ribbon like here in this case is the leaf one, is always like facing forward so you don't have a backward bow. But because this is just now on there and I put a big dab of glue, I'm going to leave that there, but I think these came out super cute as well. So one thing that you do have to do is clean up, because then you'll have a mess and then you can't work. So now I have two 8-inch reeds. Put these together. And then I have two 6-inch reeds. And it took no time at all. So I'm going to set these aside, and I believe I'm going to do the rake next. liking the look of this for fall. So I'm just going to go ahead and tie it like so, and I'm going to use some of my little berries that I had. I am going to use one of these. I keep blocking the camera. And I'm just going to go ahead and put this on top. Very simple. Maybe I could do a double. Wait a second. If I don't use these and I can use these. Hold on, I just figure something out. So if I use these together, there's a little bit of berries here. And then the bow will be in the center. So there's no gluing here either. I'm just going to do a little arrangement here. Very simple. That way, if they want to take it off, they don't have to take glue off. And I know I don't like it when I have to do that. Would a sunflower be cute? Let me see on the miniature sunflower here. Oh, that looks really cute. So I'm going to add a sunflower too. I've had some of this stuff for a long time. I'm really using my inventory. I'm so proud of myself. Yay me! So I'm going to put the little sunflower in here as well. Should I put two? Well, something says put two. One's too lonely. So I went ahead and cut a second one. Why not? Okay, so, but I do have to leave a space to put my bow here. So I'm going to make a cute, just a cute little bow tie bow. Take this one out and replace it here. And where's my cord? Look how different. Of course, what we call the floral haircut. And there we have it. Totally changed the outlook by just a 5-minute deal right there. Look how cute this is. So, on to the next. Okay, so the next item is this gourd. I only paid $1 for it. So this seems to be the flat side. I'm just going to go ahead and grab a little bit of glue here. Something wrong with my glue gun. Oops. Ooh, say so. So I'm just going to add a little dab of glue. Put my raffia bow in it and let it dry for a few seconds here. And this is going to be, again, simple. I don't want to overdo it. I just want to add some extra color. Okay, it should stay. So it's going to lay on its side, like so. And then at the top here, this stuff is everywhere. Oh, my phone died. Okay, so I wanted to make sure that the glue stayed and my bow stayed. So it's going to lay on its side like so. There we go. And then all I'm going to do is add, I had cut it up already right here. I'm just going to add a little bit of leaves. I'm not even gluing these in. That way, if they want to add more, they can. Very simple. Just taking something without decor and adding a little bit of that. So that is that for the gourd. The next item is this chicken feeder. What I did is I really cleaned this up, and it does have a lid to it. However, when you put the handle up here, it should hold the lid against the wall. And I just stuck a stem of my Walmart, what you call these things, sunflowers, and I'm going to include them in the price. I think that looks really sweet. And I added a little bit of raffia on the side. I can make an entire arrangement in here, but I just thought if they don't like it, then so be it. They can take it apart and make it. Part of me is like, keep this, you love it, but I really need to sell some of my items because right now I'm in overflow. But I'm gonna go ahead and put this in my shop. So sometimes just taking something, cleaning it up, and adding a little something changes the whole outlook of this. And I think if they want to hang this up, look how beautiful that is. I think that just looks amazing. So the next item is this chicken weather vane, or whatever you want to call it. Oops. Of course, now you can't see the whole thing. I'm going to put it up a little bit. Okay, this too, I clean this up like crazy. I don't know if it's supposed to look like this. It comes apart. I don't want to take it apart. I was going to glue it, but then it's kind of stuck there. So just decided to leave it as it is. Of course, I'm stuck on this raffia right now. And I'm just going to tie a bow around the chicken's neck. And you can use this either way. And I'm going to turn the whole thing around. So very, very simple. So out of all of the things right now, this will conclude the DIY for today and Trash to Treasure. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I wanted to put the two together, the finds and the DIYs. I've seen other people do that, and it's kind of neat because then you really get the things done, because it does make you do these things. So I hope that you like, comment, share, and subscribe. And remember, I bring things home, I bring it with love, and I bring it to life. Thank you so much for watching. Hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. That way you'll be made aware of my next upload. Thank you so much. Have a great day.